What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today, you guys. I ain't trying to laugh because this video that I'm about to do is not a laughing matter. I was laughing because you guys know I'm filming it after work and Judge Judy is on. But hey, before we go ahead and get into it, if you guys are watching this video or any of the video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and then having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and also by turning on your post notifications, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let us go ahead and get into They Cutting the Fool Extra number 13, you guys, shall we? All right, you guys, so this video, I was going to do it yesterday, but I wanted to take a little break yesterday before I did this. And so now we down here today to discuss that BS that Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Brother Love, whatever you want to call him, decided that he wanted to do on social media yesterday. So this happened. So I saw it about 11 a.m., maybe close to noon, as I was getting ready to go to the grocery store yesterday. And when I tell you guys, when I saw that video of him and I listened to the video, somebody left it perfectly in my comments of the last video because I compared Puff to trash, right? And the person, I think it was just a Mom Sims. I think it was just a Mom Sims who said it best in my comments, that calling him trash was disrespectful to trash. Yep, it was just a Mom Sims because it says JB. Now let's not insult trash by putting Diddy in with it. He is a truly reprehensible being. Absolutely. So I'm trying to find, I know I have it on my Instagram page because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think I bookmarked it. So let me go to my saved. No, so what I did end up doing was saving Cassie. So I want to read this statement from Cassie's attorney, right? So it says, Combs' most recent statement is more about himself than the many people he has hurt. When Cassie and multiple other women came forward, he denied everything and suggested that the victims were looking for a payday, that he was only compelled to apologize, and quotes, once his repeated denials were proven false, shows his pathetic desperation and no one will be swayed by his disingenuous words. And I was like, amen. So listen to this, you guys. This is his video. So this is the video from Puff.
Darkest times in your life, sometimes you got to do that. I was up. I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help.
I saw professional help, my ass.
I had to go into therapy and go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Who are you sorry to?
But I'm committed to be a better man each and every. It's so difficult to reflect.
So let's dig into this, right? Okay. He says he was disgusted by what he saw. I think what you really mean to say is you're disgusted that the video got out. You're disgusted that people see you in a different light because on your social media you said enough was enough and that this was nothing more than a pay grab from the women, right? You also said the truth, basically the truth would be revealed how right you were. The truth was revealed that you are a monster. You are a terrorist. You terrorized Cassie. You apologize, right? You say, I'm sorry. The only person that you're sorry to is yourself. Because once again, you're sorry that this video got out. You're sorry that the public is able to see this. You are only apologizing for one of two reasons, right? Your attorney probably told you to apologize, put out that video, right? And it's only for public consumption so that the people will be like, oh, well, he made that video and he's apologizing, so let's forgive him. I'm not one of those people, right? I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, all is forgiven. No, all is not forgiven because you are full of shit, Puff. Because you never address Cassie. You never address any of the other women who have come out and said you've done things to them. It's a blanketed apology, and it's an apology once again just to pacify people because you're worried about your reputation, you're worried about your businesses, worried about any brand deals that you may still currently have. You're only concerned about those things because never once did you apologize to Cassie. Then you say you were in a dark time. Even in my darkest of times, I've never gone out and physically assaulted anybody. I'm not gonna do that because that's not gonna solve anything. Me being in a dark time, and I'm gonna be, oh, let me just punch this. Oh, there goes somebody right there. Boom! I hit you. How does that change anything dark in my life? It doesn't, right? And then you say you're not making any excuses, but you absolutely did make excuses. So what are you talking about? Like, I just don't get him. And then, he said he went to therapy and he went to rehab. Okay, you went to therapy and rehab. So your therapist never told you, hey, if this is true, you need to make things right with these people. Like I said in the video Saturday, the reason why he's been doing everything that he's doing is because he knew he was wrong and he wanted to clear his guilty conscience. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. It's all about Puff and Puff alone, right? And then the rehab thing, right? I question the whole rehabilitation thing because what year was it that he went to the BET Awards and it was him and his mama that was on the red carpet? So it was after the pandemic for sure. So it was either, what year was it what year was that? It wasn't last year, was it? Whatever year it was. Remember, him and his mom was on the red carpet. Both of them lit like Christmas trees, drunk as hell. So I'm assuming that, yeah, because you're full of shit, Puff. You full of shit. And like I said, that apology it wasn't for you. It wasn't for Cassie or any of the other women. It was more so to get to social media so that it can sway people's thoughts and sway people, right? And I know that Kelly Price, she put a long post on one of the blogs, and I didn't even read it because it's like, okay, we are not judge and jury, right? Absolutely not. But let's be real about the situation. Wrong is wrong is wrong. And you can say that. But, and then I saw some people in the comments on Shade Room, Ball Alert, and I saw one person in particular. I don't even know who this person was, but it was a woman, and I have an issue with women who can justify this and be like, oh, we forgive you. Everybody in the comments was like, bitch, who is we? Because we don't forgive him. Like, I don't forgive him. What I will say is with Cassie and any other woman that has been victimized, brutalized, terrorized by that man, I hope they're seeking, therapy, right? Because especially Cassie, for her to have to relive that stuff, I hope that she's seeking therapy. Really do. But what kind of also blew me, and I think I may have said it in the last video, I don't remember 100% if I said it in the video, but no, I didn't say it in the video because it's been coming. Now this is a rumor, so I don't know that this is valid or true, But the thing that they've been saying is, because even when I watched that video initially, I was wondering to myself, like, so not no person on that floor heard this. But then I started thinking about it, I'm like, he's a celebrity. Maybe he paid for that floor to be bought out so that no one could hear anything that's going to see or hear anything on that floor. And then allegedly he paid $50,000 for that footage. Despicable human being. Despicable. And, you know, in this situation, I feel most bad for his daughters, right? Because now they see this and I hope that, despite how we might feel about him right now, right? I do hope he sits with his daughters and tell them what I did to Cassie in that video. No, you should not be with a man that does that to you. This is also another comment that I've been seeing a lot of people say, why didn't she leave? Why didn't Cassie leave? Once again, you guys, the reason why she couldn't leave is because of the money, the power, and the influence that he has. He utilized that. He weaponized that against her. Like, let's not play stupid. Let's not play dumb. But that apology, Puff, you can absolutely 100% take it and shove it right up your ass, because it wasn't an apology for Cassie. It was more so just for you and to stay in the good graces of people. I just really think that that's all it was, because you can't tell me. And then something else that I noticed that a lot of people were saying, and I had to really just dig deep, and I'm like, you know, because I saw that they're saying that he is actually in Miami. But if you go and look at that video of him, it looks like he's on Russell Simmons' compound. It looked like he's on Russell Simmons' compound, and we already know about Russell, and that muff won't even come back to this country because he's afraid. And that's another. And here's my thing: when you really sit down and think about it, Puff has probably, over the years, because I know that there are people who knew about these things, with his money, with his power, his influence, he felt like the Teflon Don. He felt invincible. He felt like, oh, I can do this. I've been doing this. I got lawyers. I got money. I can make this shit go away. But you can't make everything go away. And then he was talking about he prayed to God. The God that I know wouldn't facilitate none of this BS that you're coming at us with. It's pure BS, sir. Like, let's just leave it at that, because the God that I know, he would have told you, like, you were wrong for that. You need to make things right publicly. Like, don't just give her money, make her whole, give her a public. But the fact that the thing that, like I said, the thing that keeps playing in my mind is the fact that he tried to call this a witch hunt, and, you know, saying enough was enough. It's a money grab, and the truth will be revealed. But again, like I said earlier, my, you were so right about the truth revealing itself, because it absolutely did reveal itself, and it showed who you are to your core. A rotten monster, like disgusting, reprehensible. It is what it is. You guys can let me know what you think about that. Let me know what you guys thought about that. I talked to my friend earlier today, and I keep wanting to say apology, but it's not an apology. It really isn't. That's not an apology, because you don't mean that. Because if you meant it, you would have said that a long time ago. Because that lawsuit from Cassie came in November, but then in December, you and your attorneys want to say it was a money grab. So you're not sorry. As Rihanna said, you're only sorry that you got caught. Now, you put on quite a show. You really had me going. You didn't have me going at this. Like, I believed Cassie. And I know, like I said in the last video, I know people are now trying to come out, and some of the people who were defending him are now trying to be on her side. It's like, really? You were defending him this whole time, and this whole time he knew he was in the wrong, but y'all defended him. That's why you don't do stuff like this, right? You sit back and you let everything play out. If you want to say, hey, we don't have it's one thing to say we don't have enough information to say, oh, he did this to her, or oh, he didn't do this to her. But to just come out and say he didn't do that to her, she just after his money. It's one thing to say something. It's one thing to say, like I said, it's one thing to say we don't have enough evidence or we don't know the particulars of what happened. But to just straight up say she was lying, she was trying to get some money from him is fucked up, right? Like I always say, when it comes to victims, I always choose to believe the victims until anything comes out to, prove otherwise. Oh God, I'm over Puff. At this point, I look at Puff the same way I look at your R. Kelly, and I was about to say Bill Cosby, but I never liked Bill Cosby, even as a kid. I ain't never liked that man. But I definitely look at him the same way I look at R. Kelly. And now it's gonna be hard going forward because I have no intentions of listening to any of the hits from Puff over the decades. And there are so many, and there are so many songs that I love by him, but I don't think I can. And here's another thing that I want to point out, because you guys know Aubrey O'Day has been very vocal, and I find an issue with people who keep saying to her that if it wasn't for him, she wouldn't be who she is today. And it's like, that's disrespectful to her and her talent. Her talent is the reason she is known today. Well, not currently, because y'all know Aubrey's on Baddies. Aubrey was linked to who and his son because she dated him. She dated who Jr. But back in the early 2000s and even in the 2010s, Aubrey was known for her for her music, right? But we're not gonna take away from her talent. Let's not diminish people. And that's another thing that I said, to my friend today. I have an issue with people, because people have known about this for years. But the problem is the same people, like people who were with R. Kelly, people turned a blind eye to things because of money, power, and influence. And that is just money. The love of money is the root of all evil. That's all I have to say. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. That is it, you guys. I will catch you guys in the next video. You guys stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.